I survived 100 days in hardcore Minecraft. Here's how it went. Well. I've finally given in to the pressure, and I'm starting a hardcore series. I don't know how it's gonna go. That's why I put season 1 in the title. But you know, let's try it out. Kind of cool that I spawned up on a big tree. Also, really difficult to do this. Sick. Already taking damage. All right. Anyways. This is going to be a hardcore series. I am going to attempt to do my best to survive. No guarantees. I don't die a lot in Minecraft, but I do die occasionally. So the goal of the first episode, we're going to do a little 100 days action. So if I hit F3, you could see wherever the circle is that I just started. I honestly have no idea where day 1 is. You can see it right there on the left. I'll put a little circle in it when I do the editing, but we're on day 0. So I literally did just start this. It's a brand new world with a brand new seed. I don't know anything about this seed. I don't plan on looking up the seed. And I also don't plan on using any sort of like chunk base or anything like that to help me out with finding things. So for now, I'm just gonna gather a little bit of wood. I'm gonna probably get some basic tools in some stone. Maybe stay away from caves for now, and I'll bring you back. All right, I've gotten my stone tools. Now I'm just gathering a little bit of materials, you know, still on the very first day. Probably gonna make some torches. I'm hoping that there's some iron really close to the surface over here. It really is different going into caves in hardcore. Yeah, nope, we're not doing that yet. We're not going for that. I'm just gonna go this way. I want to go collect the rest of the drops from this tree. Hopefully we get a couple more apples. I mean, at least free sticks. We'll take those. No more apples, huh? All right, let's go get some food. That is the next most important thing to get in this game. And also probably a bed. Though in my opinion, and this is my own opinion, if you sleep every single night in hardcore, you're not playing it right. But again, that's just my opinion. I see some pigs. Well, let's go ahead and get some free melon slices. And then, honestly, we're probably going to go straight for the ocean. I know a lot of people won't do that in hardcore. They won't go for the shipwrecks, but the loot is way too good to pass up. I'm not going to ignore shipwrecks. So let's go peek and just kind of see. Maybe we'll get lucky and see a shipwreck. I promise, I've never loaded into this seed before. It was a random seed. You saw it in the intro. But honestly, that's like the luckiest thing ever. Now let's just hope that there's some diamonds. It's not even a shipwreck. It's just a ship. Tides of Treasure is following me. All right, let's see. We got some iron. No diamonds. Unfortunate. There should be a door where I can get oxygen. Okay, good. I will take all of that. Wow, all spoiled potatoes. Definitely not taking those. Curse of Binding. This is going to be pretty boring. This is what I'm going to do for a little while. I'm probably going to go after multiple shipwrecks, probably for the first few days. And then if anything crazy happens, I'm going to bring you back. Actually, before you go, I'm going to do one more thing, and that is we should find the first buried treasure together. That's my new favorite biome, by the way, the sparse jungle, because it's all the nice, lovely greens of a regular jungle, but it doesn't look like that and take forever to get rid of. All right, looks like it's gonna be right on this little outcrop. So let's see. Back up until you can see the white of the butt. There it is. All right, we survived. All right, anyways, I'm gonna keep doing this stuff. Now I'll bring you back if anything fun happens. Almost died to a trident. Who's this guy? He's not very friendly. I'm just trying to get this buried treasure. If he would have hit me one more time, I'm pretty sure I would have died. So I think I have the materials to build a shield. And you can't really play hardcore without a shield, and I think it's that? No, am I wrong? Is it that? Alright, I don't know how to build a shield. I don't know how to spell a shield either. Alright. Switch those. Eat some more food. Doesn't look like it. Maybe it might have dropped. I don't know. It's just so scary. Hardcore is so different. This is why I don't play it. All right, that was too scary, honestly. But we got our first diamonds. All right. Anyways, before we leave, give me the sword back because I'm gonna use it real quick. A bunch of sheep over here, and I figure we might as well get a bed before we do anything else. That way, if we'd like to sleep, we can. We don't have to, but I'm probably gonna try to set like a mini rule for myself that basically states I can't sleep until I'm getting attacked by phantoms. It's not gonna be a rule that I like have to abide by, but I figure it's probably better than just sleeping every night and never worrying about any danger. All right, the next few days are gonna be quite boring. I'm gonna F3 it right here so you can see that we are on day 1. It's only been the one night. I haven't really skipped anything. I am probably gonna skip ahead at this point unless something incredibly cool happens or if I die. Well, I don't know if this is cool to anybody else, but this is the first time I've ever seen a nether portal this complete off of a ruined nether portal. All right. If there is one single obsidian in here, there is. We can literally go to the nether for free. I don't know if it's a good idea yet. I don't know if my gear's up to it. But, you know, we might as well try. Biggest thing I'm worried about is gas. I don't have a bow. Alright, well, this is not a terrible spawn. Could have spawned in like a basalt delta. Where am I? How far up? 60? Just in the nether on day 2. That's crazy to me that that portal was only missing one single block. Never seen that before. Well, the phantoms are after me, and therefore I'm going to sleep for the first time in this world. Burn! Yeah, that's what you get for coming after me. Well, somehow I ended up going around in a pretty massive circle. I guess I'm gonna finish here. I was planning on going the first 10 days doing shipwrecks, honestly, but there's the very first shipwreck that I found. And as you can see, I did pretty well, right? I mean, I got 12 diamonds, almost 2 full stacks of iron, not counting the iron that I already used, a full stack of gold, a golden apple, some golden carrots, a bunch of food, and some paper and even some books. So we're doing pretty well. I also got 11 obsidian just from finding ruined nether portals. So I can make an actual nether portal over here now. Somewhere over here is the tree that I started on, and we're looking for the dirt column. So that's our original spawn point, and I wanted to mark that because I always forget where I spawned, and it's not always 0, 0. In this case, let's go ahead and look at the quartz. My exact spawn space was 104, -288. So would have never known, honestly, where I had spawned without that dirt. So I feel like what we're gonna do is we're gonna set up maybe like a little starter area here at spawn. Obviously we're gonna wanna light this up, but I'm gonna have certain things here. Like I'm probably gonna build like a little starter iron farm, and a couple other things that I want in the spawn chunks. So for now, I'm just gonna go ahead and get everything in chests. I'm about to sleep because I'm about to get attacked by phantoms again. But I figure out what I'll do is I'll run around, kind of explore this area, and then we'll talk a little bit about the goals that I have for this episode and hopefully this series if I can stay alive. All right, we've set up a little starter area. I've put down a few torches around this area just because mobs have been spawning. Obviously, I'm gonna have to continue to add torches around the starter area or the spawn chunks because I want to be able to build things here. And speaking of building things here, let's talk a little bit about the goals for episode 1. So here we go, Hardcore Season 1, Episode 1 goals. So I need to find a village. I need villagers for certain things. One, I really don't want to have to mine for diamonds, especially not early game. It takes a long time to get a good amount of diamonds, so I'd rather just find a village and trade for some diamond tools and armor. The big one that we're gonna do is kill the dragon 20 times. We're probably not gonna do it all at once. We'll probably kill the dragon once, then go to the end, get some shulkers and an elytra, then come back and do it the other 19 times. But in my opinion, better to do the dragon all 20 times in episode 1. That way, if I do screw up and die, it's not the end of the world, and we can just reset. Number 4, 5, and 6 are all starter farms, right? So iron farm, honey farm, and mob farm. The iron farm and the honey farm will be here in the spawn chunks. The mob farm will probably be out over the ocean, somewhere over there, and will be an AFK farm. The iron farm and the honey will both kind of naturally produce their own resources, which is why I want to put them in the spawn chunks. And I do have quick and easy designs for them. I am probably going to eventually take those farms down as I build bigger, better farms. But for now, passively getting some iron and some honey will set me up for future success. So for now, what we're gonna do is we're going to gather some materials because we need to go find a village. Right now I have 19 torches, which I don't think is enough. And given that I sailed out that way to go loot shipwrecks, I think I'm gonna go that way and kind of see what I find. Hopefully I'll get lucky and maybe like right over that mountain will be a village. But I'll bring you back once I found a village. Well, I found a village and I just slept because it turned nighttime right when I got here, and I really don't want these villagers to all be killed. So I started looking around. I haven't found anything crazy. I found a couple pieces of bread in that chest there. There is a librarian's house, but I haven't found the librarian yet. So either way, I'm gonna probably try to get some diamond tools here. So I'm probably gonna have to stick around for a while trading. I'm not gonna do any of that on camera, but I am going to probably run back and grab my emeralds and then get back over here as quick as I can to try to figure out these trades and probably get some mending books. So here's the librarian house, but no librarian. All right, change of plans. Instead of working on our gear first, we're actually gonna start with the iron farm. And that's because all 3 villager types that we need, the weaponsmith, the armorsmith, and the toolsmith, all trade iron for emeralds. So I figure it's probably better that we get an iron farm going immediately, So that way when we get them, even without converting them, we have things to trade, because otherwise I got to go hunting for coal. So I just spent the last 2 in-game days transporting 3 villagers over here for a very small iron farm. Like I said, it's just going to be 1 golem at a time, but they're over here, and now I'm going to go mining. I'm not going to go all the way down to deep slate. I'm literally going to build this out of cobblestone because, like I said, I am going to take this down. This is just super temporary for now so that we can get some iron going in the spawn chunks. But I am going to go ahead and set these chests down and start gathering the materials needed for said iron farm. So I believe all the materials should fit in a single double chest, but I will check my materials list because I do have a schematic of this iron farm that I'm going to build. I just need to go over there, figure out where I want to put it, and probably place the schematic down so I can figure out what materials I need. So either way, I'm going to do all of that stuff right now. I'll bring you back before we build it, or if anything interesting happens. Well, I have 3 villagers, a zombie, and a chest of materials ready to go. So I cleared out a little spot of trees. Let me get rid of this creeper. Fool. I cleared out a little spot of trees over here right around where I spawned in. So I think I'm going to put it right there. Again, I do want to reiterate, this is a super temporary farm, right? I wanted to do this in essence of speed, right? I only have 100 days for the first episode. So my whole goal was to do this speed-wise and not do it like incredible and fancy. Eventually, I'll make a bigger, better iron farm, and we will completely destroy this one, maybe even with TNT. But for now, we're just going to go ahead and time-lapse a quick little build of our starter iron farm. Just like that, we have a working iron farm. It's not the prettiest in the world. It's also not the best iron farm in the world. But you know what? It works. It's going to sit here in my spawn chunks. And I'm already getting some iron from it. So I'm just going to let this thing keep rolling. We're probably going to go to the nether next because it's already day 18. So time has started to fly by. And we need to probably get a couple blaze rods. I should probably kill this zombie because I don't need you anymore. Thanks for that. Yeah, we need to get a couple blaze rods because now it's time to create those villagers that we were talking about previously. And I looked up their trades just to kind of see. I know I talked a little bit about that, which is why I ended up doing the iron farm first. But one of the big things with them is they're pretty expensive on the gear. It's like 30 plus emeralds per piece of gear, and I have 41 emeralds. So I'm going to go ahead and zombify them. I guess, well, I don't need the zombie over here because the villagers aren't going to be over here. I was going to say I might have wanted to keep that zombie, but I'll get a new zombie. It's really not the hardest thing in the world to do. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and get the nether going and bring you back once I find a fortress or if something else interesting happens in the meantime. We finally made it back from the nether, and boy, let me tell you, the nether definitely is different in hardcore. It was scary. I almost died. I was looking at my dog and just mined straight into lava. So got down to like 2 hearts, freaked out a little bit, but survived. I think that's phantoms. Yeah. Come on, mate. Double tap. All right, now that we got all of the nether things, so much stuff from the nether. Where did I put the blaze rods? We need those. Next thing we gotta check is golden apples. So we have 1 and we need 5. So I'm actually gonna go mine leaves, which is a weird thing because I need some apples. I have the gold to make them, but I need some leaves. So I'm going to go do that, and then I'll bring you back once I'm over at that village, and we're zombifying villagers. I guess I did a lot before I brought you back, but I got 2 guys curing right now. These are going to be librarians. And then I've trapped another zombie a couple houses that way with the other 3 so that I can get the toolsmith, weaponsmith, and armorsmith, I believe is what they're called. But yeah, now it's just the waiting game for these guys to cure. There's one! Finally! That was horrible. And there's the other one. Alright, now we got one more set of villagers to do this with. And let's hope that it can go as smooth as this one did. Nope, you're not going in there. Get out of here. Alright. So I need to be able to escape quickly. One, 2, and there's number 3. Come on, Zambi. Here, we'll let the golem deal with you. Thanks, golem. Alright, I think if I do that... Ah! Now back to the waiting game. We wait for these guys to cure. So, anyways, I'll bring you back once this is all completed. I'll probably have them all master leveled, and then I'll be trading for diamond tools and armor. All right, ready to record again. We're all the way on to day 30, about to be day 31 once this night ends. I spent a long time trading with these 2 librarians. I was trying to get Unbreaking 3, but apparently that's literally impossible. So the second librarian offered me efficiency 5 for 1 emerald, so I was like, I can't not do that. So I'm gonna have to get more apples and make a couple more librarians. But for now, I wanna focus on these guys because I've started to unlock the diamond gear. So as you can see, I have a diamond hoe, protection 2 Unbreaking 2, that's pretty good for a single emerald. Protection 2, feather falling 2, Unbreaking 2, that's also pretty good. Let's go ahead and hopefully upgrade him. While we do that, let's look at these guys. So this guy has unlocked an axe at efficiency 1, and this guy has also unlocked an axe, but at efficiency 2. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and buy his axe, and then hopefully he doesn't lock his trades. All right, and now let's restart. So now we're over here. So projectile protection 3, not very good, and Unbreaking 1, not very good. I mean, with these 2, you can't really be too mad. So let's go ahead and grab those. And we got full diamond set of armor. Over here, we get a sword that's just knocked back 1. That's a terrible sword, honestly. And then over here, we get the pickaxe. Efficiency 2, Unbreaking 2. So, unfortunately, the toolsmith did not get a shovel. It got an axe instead, which is kind of annoying. But honestly, the only thing that we're missing is a shovel, so I think we just got to make one more. And now we can go ahead and wear our diamond gear. I mean, efficiency 2, Unbreaking 2 is not bad for both of those tools. The sword could be better. This guy, honestly, I might just kill and redo with another toolsmith, hoping to get a shovel. But for now, let's leave it there. I think that's everything that I wanted to do. I'm probably gonna grab a couple more efficiency 5 books just so that I can throw them on these tools, because I think the next big thing that we're going to do is we're going to gather all the materials to build the mob farm out in the middle of the ocean. So it's going to take a little while. I also realized that I completely designed it out of cobblestone, so I am going to go back to creative because the mob farm may not have to be taken down. I may just make it bigger in the future. So I think I'm going to redesign it, and I'm probably going to make it out of deep slate. So it will take a little bit longer to actually gather the materials, but honestly I need redstone and things like that anyway, so I'm going to have to go down to deep slate levels. So I'll bring you back once I have all the materials for that, and then we'll move on. But we're out here in the ocean, and we have officially collected all of the materials necessary to build the mob farm. We're going to build it right here in the ocean and AFK super high above it so that we don't spawn anything else into the world. But change of plans. We're not going to do that right now, because if I hit F3, you can see right there we are on day 41. And my original goal was to beat the dragon by day 50, at least the first time. I don't know if that's going to be possible, but we're definitely going to give it a shot. The biggest problem I have is I don't have a good bow, and as you can see I only have 17 levels, so trying to make a good bow might be kind of tough with the short amount of time. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go get some more blaze rods, because I only have 2 left, and we need 12 Eyes of Ender for the portal, plus some for trying to get to the portal. So I figure 16 is probably enough to get us there and to fill the portal. So I need to go get 6 more blaze rods from the nether, wherever they put them. And then I need to get some ender pearls. I have 1. So I need 15 more ender pearls as well, and I do not have looting on my sword. I have unbreaking 3. So it might take a little while. We're going to start there, though. Hopefully that'll give us some levels. And then we can figure out a bow, and perhaps... I know I have a bow in here. Here it is. Let's see what the... Unbreaking 3. Yeah, it's not even power 4. We might want to waste a couple enchantments just to try to get power 4. I have a book. I think my book is over with all the villagers. Maybe we'll get lucky and get power 4. Okay, so that's why you check. That's why you check. Right there. So we do have a power 4 at least, and then we don't have that many arrows there. So I'm going to trade with some piglins when I go into the nether. I have 13 gold. It's not a lot. Oh. This is not good. This is not good. Time is counting down, and it's already nighttime, which means it's about to be day 42. I need a chest. Just kidding. First, we got to go get a new pickaxe, because mine's about to break. And for 2 emeralds and a book, we can get an efficiency 5 pickaxe. So we're gonna go do that first. It's gonna take a little while. It's probably gonna be all night, unfortunately, but we'll get there. We'll get it done. Then we'll go to the nether, and then after that, hopefully we'll have enough levels to get that power 4 book, and we can make a bow. That's the goal. That's what I'm focused on right now. Well, it only took 3 days to get 16 ender pearls and 7 blaze rods, so now we have enough to make everything that we need, other than the bow, which we need to head over to the villagers and get some XP. I'm probably gonna just bring this with me and buy some more bookshelves over there so that I don't have to come all the way back here. So I'm gonna go ahead and do all of that stuff. Once I'm ready to go find the dragon, or find the stronghold, I should say, I will bring you back. All right, back over here at our little starting area. I have everything that I need. I have a power 4 infinity bow and a power 4 book, so I'm gonna make that power 5. I also got a sharpness 5 book for my sword. And then I did finally get an unbreaking while I was waiting for villagers to reset themselves, but we don't need that right now, so I'm gonna just leave that there. So let's go ahead and do this. So 5, 5, and then 15 for the boots. I think I'm just gonna have to deal with feather falling 3 because I did get 2 more pairs of boots, but I don't have enough levels anymore. So we're just gonna leave those behind. This is gonna be long and boring. Just to give you an update, it is day 47. So I'll bring you back once I reach the stronghold. My goal is to be there and ready to enter the portal, hopefully on day 48. That way it gives me plenty of time. But honestly, I think if we can get in by day 49, that we will be able to beat the dragon by day 50. Well, 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 we're here. And there's only one eye vendor, so I have made a few more. I now have the other 11. I think my inventory is completely good to go. The only thing that I don't have is any golden apples. So I guess I'm just gonna hope I don't need it. Bow, arrows, sword. Should be all good. As long as you don't stop moving, generally the dragon's pretty easy, but this is the very first time I've ever attempted the dragon in hardcore. So I hope that I can do it. Again, we're not gonna go end raiding after this. We're gonna go back. We need rockets, so we gotta build a mob farm. But we wanna go ahead and get this done. As you can see, it's still day 48, so if we can do this in the next 20-ish minutes, we will complete this before day 50, which is what I wanted to do. Here we go. Oh, I'm so nervous. Ender pearls. Here we go. I'm gonna time lapse this. Well, that was easy. It only hit me once, and that's because I ran into her. Let's grab this little guy. That's why I brought a single torch with me. Alright, we beat Minecraft. Hardcore. Skip. Look at that. Yeah, I broke the bed so that I'd come all the way back here because I didn't want to spawn in a random village, and I forgot to take the coordinates of the end portal. That's right, I know roughly which direction it was. There's just a random hole in the ground to get to it. So, we did it. F3, day 49. By one day, we beat it. So now it's time to go over there. We're gonna build the mob farm. I already have all the materials. We might as well go ahead and get into that right now because we want to get the rockets. So I'm gonna go ahead and unload all my inventory, get everything going, and then we're just gonna hop right into a little time lapse of building a starter mob farm. Look at that mob farm. It works extremely well. Like, I'm pretty sure it works so well that I probably won't ever have to expand it. I only AFK'd at it for maybe 5 minutes or so to get kind of that final shot of the cinematic with it actually running. And we got almost 5 stacks of gunpowder, which is pretty insane, honestly. I am gonna have to AFK a little bit more because we need sugarcane. Can't make rockets without paper. And as you can see, we have enough sugarcane laid out here to plant 3 stacks at a time. So what I'm probably gonna do is AFK until this is complete right here, plant all of it, and then AFK a little bit more so that I can get around 3 stacks of sugarcane. That'll make 9 stacks of rockets, which will be plenty for me to go end raiding, get some Elytra, and some Shulkers. So that's gonna be the goal for now. So I will bring you back in a little while. I do wanna check in on the day. It's day 54. I would say hopefully we can be done with all of this by like day 60. And then that should still give us plenty of time to get all of our goals done for the rest of this episode. Well, we're on day 58, about midday, and I'm done AFKing because I have plenty of sugarcane for end raiding, and I have plenty of gunpowder as well. So we're gonna go ahead and grab 3 stacks of gunpowder, and now we have everything that we need to make rockets. So let's go grab the rest of the stuff. We need a whole bunch of blocks. I'm probably gonna grab some dirt, just to make my life easier, and it's much quicker than anything else. And then we will head back to the end where we will go get our first Elytra. All right, this part of the video can be really boring, so I'm not gonna show it off. I'm just gonna show a few things like going through the end gateway, maybe getting my first Elytra, and then we'll just skip through all of the end raiding. But hopefully it goes off without a hitch, and let's go. That is why you crouch immediately. Can we see a city from here? Nope, can't get that lucky. All right, I'll bring you back once we find our first Elytra, and the goal is to get 3 Elytras, and then just a few Shulkers. We don't need that many right now. Probably whatever we find with the 3 cities that give us Elytras. Well, we found our first city. That was quick. I spawned literally right there in front of me. I don't want to look up because of the Enderman, but at that end gateway, I built this bridge over here, and if you look right there, we have a city. So let's hope that there's a ship at this city. It looks like there might be. There is a ship. So we're gonna immediately get an Elytra, which is beautiful. So I'm gonna go ahead and head over to that ship. First Elytra. I'll take that and that. Silk touch. None of them are silk touch. Beautiful. We now have the ability to fly. There should be a Shulker up here. Yep. And let's grab the dragon head. And then the rest of it, I'll do basically off camera. I might bring you back for when we find the other 2 Elytra. But for now, I'm going to just go ahead and kill all these Shulkers and loot this city. All right, now that we have all of the end materials, 2 stacks and 40 Shulker shells, I think we got like 5 Elytra. I was only planning on getting like 3, but while looking for an end gateway, I kept finding cities. So there we go. And let's go ahead and leave. Success. We've made it back to our starter area, and now that we have an Elytra, we can take down that giant pillar and just leave a floating AFK spot in the sky. We don't need that anymore. By the way, I don't know if I showed this off, but the other day I found a zombified villager just chilling. I kind of forgot what he was called, but he was just hanging out over here, so I figured I'd trap him and use him for whatever I want later. So anyways, the next step of things on our list. Let's talk about it. So find a village near spawn, done. Kill the dragon 20 times, we've done it once. That's gonna be the next big goal. Currently it is day 63, so hopefully by day like 70, maybe 75, we'll have all the gas tiers and all the end crystals to do this 19 more times. Get Elytra and Shulker, done. Build starter iron farm, done. Build starter honey farm, not done. And build starter mob farm, done. So honey farm and dragon are the only other two big goals for this episode. The honey farm is really, really small because it's gonna be here in the starter or in the spawn chunks. So it'll just constantly always be active. All right, I don't know how I missed that one. Nope, not gonna be able to sleep. Oh, maybe he hit the thing. Ah, stupid phantoms. Anyways, like I was saying, so those are the last two big goals we have. Obviously, killing the dragon 19 more times is going to be the biggest of those goals. And currently, I don't have looting 3. And I didn't find... I found one sword, but it was a really trash sword, so I didn't grab it. Thank you, phantoms. Holy cow. Like I was saying, I need to get looting 3. So I do have one other villager over there that is waiting to be set with a book. I was hoping that I would get either a silk touch pick or a looting 3 sword in the end. Unfortunately, I got neither. I did, however... Hello? Why did that place sideways? I did, however, get a silk touch shovel, and I'm pretty sure that with silk touch... Did I not? Oh, there it is. I'm pretty sure with a silk touch shovel, I can break the beehives still, even though it's not a pick or an axe. So I only need 2 for the honey farm. So as long as we have that, then looting is the next thing that we need. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of all of this stuff in my inventory, and then I'm gonna head over to the village where I'm gonna constantly pick up and place down a lectern for probably the next like 24 hours in game, trying to get looting 3. Well, I'm flying back and forth between the village and the starting area. There's my starter area. The village is over there behind that hill. And I wanted to go get another set of books so I can enchant a second Elytra, because flying around hunting for gas, I might need more than one. And there is a ruined portal here, so I figured I would stop by to check it really quick. And what do you know? A notch apple. What? It's like right next to me. So anyways, I'm gonna take that, and I guess I'll just carry it around with me. I'm pretty sure you get like super strength if you eat it. It's been forever since I ate a notch apple. Hopefully I won't need to eat it, but just in case, I mean, better to have it and not need it, right? All right, I have the gas tiers and the blaze rods. 76 gas tiers. That was pretty horrid. It only took about 40 minutes, though. It was a lot quicker than I expected. So now I'm flying over to this village so I can set my spawn, and then I am going to go to the end where I need to get 76 ender pearls. So it's going to take a little while, but I wanted to just come over here real quick. Nope, I don't want to sleep. I just want to set the spawn. And then I can come back here and buy glass as soon as I'm done. Well, I'm fairly certain that this is everything I need to craft all the crystals. So to resummon the dragon 19 additional times, I need 76 crystals. So I'm gonna go ahead and just take all of this out. I'm also gonna make 3 ender chests, which is why I have the obsidian. But first, let's go ahead and turn all of this into blaze powder, all of those into eyes of ender. And we should get 3 ender chests. And I severely underestimated the glass. I have the rest correct, but I only did it as 5 glass. like a beacon. I know I have some glass here, but I'm gonna need to go back over to that village and get more. It's 7 glass. So anyways, lesson learned. Go back over there. We'll get more glass. And then I'm not quite ready to go yet, even when I do get these crystals created. I need to go get food, because if I'm gonna kill the dragon 19 times, this food right here is not enough. So I think what I'm gonna do, given that we still have a lot of time before day 100, it's only day 68, and I didn't plan on starting the dragon until day 81. That gives me a day per dragon, worst case scenario. I think I'm gonna go back over there and I'm gonna farm some crops, and I'm going to turn one of the villagers into a farmer and then buy a bunch of golden carrots over the next couple days. So that also gives me the opportunity to potentially get Silk Touch so I can put it on my pickaxe, because I can't break an ender chest. As soon as I break it, I get obsidian. So anyways, that's the goal for now. Once I get all of these end crystals completed, I have some food, and we're headed to the end to kill the dragon 19 more times. I will bring you back. Well, I feel like we have everything that we could need. We have our end crystals, we have some golden carrots, 4 stacks of them, some extra food just in case we need it, but I honestly don't think we're gonna go through 4 stacks of golden carrots. A bunch of rockets. I'd like to get more, but honestly, because of time, I think that I'll be fine. I'm gonna probably just fight the dragon from the ground through most of the fight, but in case I do need to fly away for whatever reason, I have a bunch of rockets. I also have mending on my sword, and then my bow I've had to repair once already, so just in case, I brought an anvil and a couple extra bows. But that's everything that we need. We're gonna leave this here. We already set our spawn, so time to head over to the end and kill the dragon 19 times. All right, I'm only gonna make you watch the respawn animation 1 time, and then we'll probably just do like a quick dragon kill montage. So there's number 1, and here she comes. It's really loud. There she is. Well, that's it. That's all 20. Let's count them off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We did it. We did it. I don't have to kill the dragon anymore. I killed it 20 times. And I only had to repair my bow once, but I did have to go back and, hold on, I can't talk like this, but I don't really want the Enderman freaking out. So, I did have to go back to the village and trade for an unbreaking book because the bow was breaking way too fast. So, I had to add Unbreaking 3 to it, and, there should be some heads or some experience here. Here we go. No dragon heads, huh? I must have just lost a couple of them. Either way, it doesn't really matter. We don't really need that many dragon heads. It just was one of those things that was kind of nice for keeping track. I knew that I missed at least one, but I didn't realize that I missed 4 or 3. So anyways, back to what I was saying. I did almost die 3 times, actually. I had to use 3 golden apples. Twice was because of my own stupidity. I was flying through the air and I let the dragon kill me, or hit me like 3 times, like in a row. So yeah, I was left with 1 heart at one point. It was a little bit scary. I spammed rockets and flew away though. Other than that, it honestly was fine. It didn't take nearly as long as I thought. As you can see, we're only at day 77. I planned like a dragon a day was kind of how long it was gonna take. So we're definitely going to be able to get our honey farm completed and built over there. I didn't really have plans to do anything else beyond what's on this board. Let's look at it real quick. Find a villager, or find a village in your spawn, check. Kill the dragon 20 times, check. Get Elytra and Shulkers, check. Build starter iron farm, check. Build starter honey farm, not done. And build starter mob farm, check. So I'll probably have to go grab the stuff to build the honey farm, and we'll get that built over there next to the iron farm. It's really small. It's literally 2 beehives. But I figure since it's going to be in spawn chunks, it'll constantly forever be making honey. So there's no real reason to build anything bigger than that, unless we specifically need a ton of honey, in which case we will. Well, I told you I'd bring you back once I had the materials, but honestly, I wasn't planning on time-lapsing this because it was just a quick little build. So I just went ahead and built it once I gathered everything. And like I said, I just want to reiterate, both of these farms are super starter farms, right? So they're not meant to actually be here forever, which is why I just made them out of cobblestone and regular glass. So they're not meant to look pretty. They're just here temporarily. Right now it's raining, so obviously the bees are not going to come out. But once it stops raining, we should see that the bees will start to produce. This side is a design specifically for honey bottles, and this side is a design for honeycomb. So they are a little bit different. If I kind of look here in this one, you can tell that this one actually has an item sorter or an item filter on it. So it's filtering specifically just for honey bottles. And the reason for that is because if you put a hopper underneath the dispenser that's holding all the bottles will just drain out. So you have to have an item filter on it so that it doesn't drain empty bottles, it only drains honey bottles. Which also means I had to get a honey bottle. I almost got attacked by the bees that I was breeding up for this because I didn't realize that even if you collect the honey at night, if the bees can get out, they will get out. So I had to run around in circles until they were no longer angry and then get them back in their hive. So either way, this is completed now, and we should be good to go. Let's do a time check. We are on day 83, so I still have 17 days until the day 100 mark. So I think what I'm going to do is, I wasn't planning on trying to get netherite this episode. It's not on my goals list, but since we have completed all of the goals, I think I might attempt to get some netherite gear, which means actually getting perfect gear, because I have some pretty good gear, right? I mean, protection 3, respiration 3, efficiency 5, and breaking 2. I mean, I can get the tools basically perfect. The only thing I need on the sword is knockback, but I actually have a book. Oh, and sweeping edge. Ugh. So I might end up actually going end raiding again and not getting shulkers, at least this time, just literally going for gear to see if we can get some decent diamond gear that I can enchant and combine and turn into perfect gear. If we can do that and we still have enough time, then I already have a bunch of gunpowder over there and gathering sand's pretty easy. We might as well just go get some netherite for episode 1. So I guess I'm gonna go ahead and go to the end, and unless something crazy happens or something I've never seen before happens, I'm not even gonna go for shulkers. I might kill the ones on the ship, so I might come back with a few shells, but I'm literally just going for the gear. So let's see if we can get some perfect diamond gear going, and if the time that we have left for the 100 days is still there, then we will go ahead and try to make that gear netherite. But for now, off to the end. I know I have render distance turned up to make this a little bit quicker and easier, but this is a little bit insane to me. City with a ship, city with a ship, city with a ship, city no ship. 4 cities from this spot right here. Already looted those. Haven't got anything really good yet, but hopefully that one or this one will hold something cool. Back in the overworld with everything sorted out. We got a pretty good amount of stuff. So I collected all the chests too, because I constantly have to make chests and it's really annoying. I mean, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We got 13 Elytra, 54 diamonds, a little under 4 stacks of gold, a little over a stack of shells. I did sort these out to the best ones that I got. So for pickaxes, I did get 1 efficiency 5. For shovels, I also got an efficiency 5 and a silk touch. For swords, I did get a smite 5, which is kind of nice because now I don't have to worry about smite. And then the rest of them are kind of garbage. For helmets, I got Aqua Affinity, which is the one that I'm missing right now, as well as Respiration there. So if I combine those two, that makes a perfect helmet. For chest piece, I already have a perfect one, so it didn't really matter, but I did get another one. Legs, I did get a perfect set of legs. And then boots was the only thing that I kind of got screwed out on. I'm missing Depth Strider 3. So I don't think I have, yeah, that's the only one that I'm missing. But honestly, I think I still have 1 villager over there that has yet to be turned into a librarian. So if the only thing I have to get is Depth Strider 3, then I can do that fairly quickly. Time check, we're at day 87. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to probably AFK over there for a little bit, just to get enough gunpowder. I know I have enough to make like 3 stacks of TNT. I just don't know if 3 stacks of TNT will get me enough debris. So I'll probably AFK for the next like 3 or so days to like day 90. Then grab a bunch of sand, make some TNT, and then go to the nether and let's get some netherite gear. Ready to go to the nether. I got my fire resistance potion. I got my gold pants on. I got some fire protection armor. Hanging out, and I made 6 stacks of TNT. 6 stacks of TNT. I also added flame to my bow so that I can actually light the TNT from afar because I don't want to get blown up. So either way, we're gonna go to the nether. I'm probably not gonna make you watch this. I may do a quick time lapse of it, depending on if it's good. But I've always hated kind of netherite mining time lapsing because it looks kind of goofy and it's really hard to get good angles. But if I can do it, I will. Otherwise, I'll bring you back once we have some ancient debris. Well, we found our first piece of debris, and it's literally right here, just as I'm making my first tunnel. So one of the things that I've been asked, actually by Alex, if you've watched my other content, is how do I always end up with so much debris? So I figure I might as well tell everyone. So the first thing that I would recommend, and I'm not actually doing it right here, but is make sure that your TNT lines are on chunk borders. Let's see if I just happen to get lucky. Nope, I sure didn't. So after this one, I will make sure that they're on chunk borders because it gives me double the opportunity. I see chunk on the left, chunk on the right, and then debris can spawn in either one. The second thing is always clear out gravel patches. So here you can see there's a big hole. This was all full of gravel. I cleared it out to make sure that there was no debris hidden back here. And then the last piece is when you're actually placing your TNT, a lot of people will place them 1 apart. I tend to place them 2 apart because even though I may have to shoot a couple extra arrows if the line of TNT stops, it actually gives you double the amount of space that you get to see. And potentially see if there's debris there. So here's a perfect example of why mine on a border, right? So you can see here we have debris, there, debris, and there, debris, all in 3 different chunks that are all seen by this one single line. So second piece of advice that I forgot to mention earlier, but always look for hidden debris. And what I mean by that, and hopefully one of these 3 examples will actually work out. Let's go over here real quick. I'm trying to get rid of some of this lava so it makes it easier for me to traverse. Yeah, that one we're not really gonna have anything to do with. So this is a good example of hidden debris, right? Because it very well could have just been like that, right? And I could have just seen the one, I could grab the one, go, and keep going. So what I always do is I always mine around a piece of debris as soon as I find it. And usually, not all the time, but a lot of times you will find a hidden one right behind maybe a single layer or catty corner, like that, where you would never have seen it if you don't mine around it. So let's hope that either of these other two have the hidden debris. I mean, that one has one behind it directly, but let's see if there's another hidden one. All right, so we can't see anything else there, so I could move on. Or I can just quickly mine right around it and just make sure that there's not a hidden one. Of course there's not. Last one, and then I'll leave you alone about it. And that one didn't have a hidden one either. I mean, you can't complain too much about it. We just got like, what, 7 debris right there? I wasn't even really counting. Perfect example! There was 1 debris and there's 2 more hidden. See, that's what I'm talking about. If I had just mined those 2, I would have never even found, or just mined that 1, I would have never even found the other 2. I mean, I would have because I'm about to place a TNT line here. But in general, you get the idea. Gravel patch of debris right there. You see it. It's worth it. Oh, well, that's not worth it. And we're back. I hate the Nether. I really do. And in hardcore, it just makes it so much worse. So we ended up with 44 debris out of 11, out of 6 stacks of TNT. Make with that what you will. I don't feel like I did very good this time. Normally I do like 9 stacks of TNT and I'll end up with like a stack and a half. So honestly, at this rate, I would have only ended up with another 22 TNT with 3 more stacks, or another 22 debris with 3 more stacks of TNT. So barely over a stack. Sometimes it's luck, other times it's skill. So use those tips that I gave you and hopefully it helps you get more debris than me. But for now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and smelt this up. I'm actually going to make a blast furnace because I have the iron to do it. I think it's just iron, right? Of course not. Smooth stone, sick. So do I have any stone? And then we'll make a blast furnace for this. We'll get it all smelted up. Quick time check, it is day 95. So I still have 5 days left. I'm gonna have to grind this out, but I need to do some combinations, and some of these are really expensive before I make them into netherite. So I'm probably gonna fly over to the village, do a bunch of trading, all of that off camera, because in my opinion, again, boring stuff I don't really want to show. So we'll probably get started on that here shortly, but for now I gotta smelt all this up. Well, good thing I did all that villager work because I was barely able to make it in time. The sun is setting on day 98, which means once the sun comes up, we'll be on day 99. And I finally have all of my tools completed, fully enchanted. The only one that's kind of weird is this axe. I would like to get fortune on my axe, but honestly, with or without fortune, it's not really a huge deal. I just don't like running silk touch on it because when I break leaves with it, it bothers me when they drop leaves. That's why I have a hoe. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and turn all of this gear netherite. As you can see, I have 11 ingots. So that's 6 tools and 4, and that'll give us 1 spare, which is perfect because I always like to have a second silk touch pick. So I'm going to go ahead and do this right now with you on camera. Oh, what a terrible jump. And just like that, we have full netherite gear in the first 100 days. We've done a lot. Like, an actual ton since starting this little series. So this is always the worst part, is getting all of the gear up to being netherite again and all of that whenever you start a new world. Welcome to day 100. We made it! We survived 100 days in hardcore. Well, we gotta survive until the sun gets all the way over there, and then we have officially survived 100 days in hardcore Minecraft. So, with that, let's do a quick rundown of everything that we did today. Find a village near spawn. We've done that. We found a village. We conquered said village. We made a bunch of the villagers our villagers, and that's how we ended up getting all of our gear fully enchanted. Next one, kill the dragon 20 times. We did that. Our goal was to kill the first dragon by day 50. We did it. The other 19 we did by like day 72. The next one, get Elytra and Shulkers. We did that. We honestly might have done that a little too well because we ended up with a whole bunch of Elytra and Shulkers and all sorts of extra gear from the end. But, you know, it sets us up for success in the future. Goal number 4, build starter iron farm. We did that. It's working well. It has definitely come in handy. I'm glad that I built it as early as I did because needing to make the anvils and not having to go mining all the time, it worked out well. Building a starter honey farm. We did that. We barely did that, maybe like 8 or 9 days ago in game, but it's working. We have like 45 or so honeycomb and probably a little over a stack of bottles at this point. And then the last one, build starter mob farm. We did that over there as well. And as you can see, I did clean it up once I got the Elytra, so I removed the big tower of really, really slow climbing ladders. So now I have a whole bunch of ladders crafted that I don't have anything to do with, but for now, we'll leave it. Now let's talk about a little bit of the other cool things that happened. Diamonds. You can see we have 64 and 38 diamonds. So I didn't mine a single diamond in this series, not once. Another huge success that we got was finding a notch apple. So as you can see, we got our notch apple sitting in my ender chest right here. Speaking of that, let's go ahead and throw some of this stuff in here because I don't need it all. The notch apple was extremely lucky. Literally right over this hill, there is a broken down nether portal right there, and it had the notch apple in that chest. So it was right next to spawn. Honestly, the fastest notch apple I think you could probably find unless you happen to spawn at that portal. Other than that, we've pretty much got everything set up for future success. So let's talk about future success. So depending on how well this video does, I would like to continue this series and do 200 days if hardcore Minecraft, 300, 400, as long as I can survive. It is a little bit scary knowing that it could end at any time, but I have a lot of huge projects planned for this world. So one project, which will probably be the next episode if this one is well received and people want more, is going to be building a guardian farm, which means draining an ocean monument and doing all that fun stuff. So that will probably end up being in the first 200 days video. Get that going quickly because I love sea lanterns, and it's one of the more difficult challenges to get done without dying. So with that, we also want to get a beacon. Again, probably next episode, because hunting for wither skeletons is the #1 way that I die. I'm pretty sure in Autocraft Season 1, Autocraft Season 2... No, that's it. In both of those, I died my first death to a wither skeleton. So I think getting the wither skeleton skulls is going to be one of the things that I want to do as soon as possible. So get a beacon going, at least until I can build a farm for them, because, you know, I mean, the goal is to kind of build farms for everything in this world. Other big projects that I'm considering doing, depending on how well the series is received, is creating a perimeter at spawn. So while looking up a whole bunch of things about spawn chunks and how they work to figure out the iron farm and the honey farm, I did find out that spawn chunks are 19 by 19, where the world is always loaded as long as you're in the overworld without a chunk loader. So you can see I have some little deep slate lines all over the place marking out those 19 by 19 chunks. One of the things that the technical community has said about spawn chunks is that your world can become extremely laggy based on how much stuff you have in them, which is why all these chests need to go. I need to move out of here as soon as possible. But also, if you create a perimeter at spawn, it will actually reduce the lag in your world. So I figure, why not? I've never created a perimeter before. Might as well start on this world and do it when the risk of dying is there 100% of the time, right? The risk of losing the entire world after dying. So that's another huge project, and then I got a few others that I'd like to do, but we're gonna keep those secret for now. Again, a lot of this is dependent upon how well this does. This took me a ton of time, right? I mean, 100 days in Minecraft. I probably slept through maybe 15 of them, or 15 of the nights. So all the rest of that 85 days was 20 minutes, and then 15 days of 10 minutes. So you could do the math on that, but it literally took me probably 20, 30 hours of playing this game to get everything completed. So please let me know if you like it. Please let me know if you don't like it and what I could change to make you like it, or if you would like to continue to see more. Comment down below and let me know. As the sun sets on day 100, I want to thank you if you made it this far into the video. Thanks for watching. I hope that I will continue this series. I hope that you guys like it enough for me to continue this series. And hopefully you will catch me next time on Hardcore. That was kind of lame. That's a lame way to end it. Hope that you will catch me next time on Surviving 100 Days in Hardcore. Much better. Bye.